Our auditor this evening is Richard Batdorf, CPA. Rich grew up in Wauseon and is a graduate of Bowling Green State University. He has been a certified public accountant for over 35 years in Wauseon.
He and his wife Susan have 2 children, Stacia and Tyson. Rich is also busy throughout the year as a sports director for INTV, Wauseon's public access cable station.
Now, while we haven't had the opportunity, I apologize. Yes, let's have a round of applause for him.
Well, welcome to a special presentation of Sports Talk. I'm Rich Batdorf, Sports Director for INTV, and I'd like to introduce to our INTV viewing audience a friendly face from our recent past, a former great Wauseon High School athlete, a recent graduate of student athlete from the University of Michigan, and now a current member of the New Orleans Saints, Mr. Elliot Mueller.
Thanks
Elliot,
for having me.
I'm glad to have you
Excited to be
here.
back here. It's changed quite a bit, but I like it. It looks good.
Yeah, you were one of our INTV students. We were reminiscing here a little bit, and you got yourself into some trouble here. So.
Oh yeah. No, we all in the name of having some fun and making some interesting television.
Well, good evening, INTV viewers. Welcome to Hope Krause Field over here in Montpelier, where I'm Rich Batdorf, and alongside me tonight, Stan Cruz, Paul McDonald on camera. Stanley, this is kind of a historic night tonight.
The last night of NWOL opening action for the Montpelier Locomotives, as they will bow out of this thing. They're one of the charter members of the oldest league in the state of Ohio.
The league was formed back in 1926, and Montpelier was one of the original members, and they're bowing out after this season, and they're going to be playing football, I think, in the TAC.
Correct.
And all their other sports in the BBC, other than they're going to stay in the NWOAL, I believe, for wrestling, I think, because nobody else has the wrestling program. So, but it's going to be a good night tonight. We're hoping that the rain's going to hold off, Stanley. Well, good evening and welcome to INTV's coverage of the Wauseon boys basketball. It's Saturday night, January 17th, 2015, and we are going to bring you hopefully an exciting contest between the host Defiance Bulldogs and the visiting Wauseon Indians. I'm Rich Batdorf, and my usual play-by-play man, Mark Schnitke, is going to be doing color alongside of me tonight, and Paul McDonald on camera. Mark, the Bulldogs ranked, I think, 4th in the state going into last night's game, but what happened?
Well, last night they lost, believe it or not, over at Salina. Very tough place to play. I don't know if anybody's ever been over there, but they've got a pit, kind of an arena in a U-shaped, the seats are in a U-shaped configuration, and they're right up on top of the fans. Kind of much the same as this arena is here. But it was a hard-fought game, but they lost 48-44 at Salina, a WBL foe. And we're ready for the starting lineups here tonight. Wauseon's going to have to defend the perimeter tonight, Rich, if they want to win this game. Last year when they played them in the district final, Defiance shot and made 10, count them, 10 three-pointers.
Yes.
On the way to a 56-42 victory over the Indians. Boy, they even introduced the cheerleaders here. How about that?
I guess. Well, must be the reserve game got over with early, so now they need to stretch the time or something.
So.
I don't know.
You're just joining the obviously the telecast coming on for the varsity game. We had a triple header here at Defiance. The freshmen started at about 4 or 4:30. The JV then game just got over with, and Wauseon was victorious in both of those contests. I did not get a chance to see the freshman game, but I saw the fourth quarter of the junior varsity game, and the JVs were impressive to say the least. Well, handled the ball very well, rebounded extremely well, and the big freshman in the middle was just a stud tonight.
He played well. He was blocking shots. The freshmen, their game was a give and take. It was runs by both teams, and then the Wauseon Indians, I think, ended up winning by about 13, I think. So, yeah, the freshman team is still on a roll.
Yep. Well, we'll get the starting lineups for you here. The Defiance Bulldogs lead off with Michael Mendez. He's a 5'7" sophomore. At the other guard, they have Wes Detter, a 5'8" senior. In the middle is number 20, Cameron Singleton, a 6'4" junior. And on the wings, number 22, Kitwan Singleton, a 6'5" senior. And Shea Smitty, a 6'5" junior. Now, Shea is a big three-point shooter. He's already fired up 34 of them this year.
Starters for the Indians, number 5, Zach Robinson, the 6-foot senior. Number 14, Zach Johnson, 6'5" senior. Noah Castle, number 22, the big man in the middle, 6'5" senior. We got a lot of seniors, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Number 30, Carter Bizovi, 6-foot sophomore. And number 32, Jacob Newlove, 6'2" senior. And Mr. Jacob Newlove and Noah Castle are getting their presence known out there on the basketball court this year, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Starting to cool down a little bit, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you didn't wear your shorts tonight.
How many innings do they play in high school?
10, yeah, 7.
10. 7.
Back to the pitcher, Shadbolt. Oop, loops it over. For the third out, but not before the Wildcats cut into that 2-run lead to make it only a 1-run lead for the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Had 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base for the Wildcats. Being a cameraman almost all season here, Paulie. All school year for every season we've had. And Jackson Tyne, Radabaugh, thank you for coming and helping out tonight.
No problem.
We go to Archibald next Thursday night. They'll play the second game at Archibald, scheduled for around 7 o'clock. We'll probably try to do it. So thank you for watching INTV. Good night.